Alright, I think we're live, but OBS is funny because it doesn't exactly show me that I'm live until a few minutes later. I hit the button though, and I'm assuming it starts whenever I hit the button, but it has this load bar and all kinds of crazy stuff, so
No.
well, anyway, if we are live, welcome back to the madness, guys, and I'll get the game started in just a minute. I gotta do all the fancy YouTube stuff with the thumbnails and the descriptions and the playlists. Because, well, the tags aren't automatically generated from your last particular stream because it likes to keep like the last thing that you put in, information you put in. And luckily, there's a lot of the things for the description is the same when I'm doing a playlist series on a video game.
Yeah.
It's just the tags aren't there, and the tags are like important to YouTube. I mean, you could go without any tags, but you basically don't have like a search engine option.
Right.
And then keeping everything as a playlist. And then I want the link so I can post it on Twitter in case I actually have someone who watches from Twitter. I don't know. I've been actually getting quite a few viewers on this Oblivion streaming though.
That's nice.
Yeah, well, I've gotten like plus 15 over the last month, so not bad.
Yeah, if I had the hardware to do streaming or anything like that, I probably would, but
Well, I had to get my own internet all over. I had to reconfigure like my internet options, and right now Cox is ripping apart my front yard. Well, they've stopped ripping apart my front yard, but they're ripping up and down the street now.
right.
It's a good thing I noticed this with every stream anyway, because it takes forever to actually. Because for me, it still says that I'm not live. It has the count up timer, but it doesn't have like the live button. I don't know if that's just a little meh or whatever, but since then I started my stream starting soon thing just has skip to 5 minutes if you're watching this as a video.
Yeah.
I realize I can edit that out if I wanted, but to do that with every freaking video, because then it takes a while for it to reload when I do that, it re-renders off YouTube and it holds it back a couple of hours. And and people that look on it trying to look up the thing will be like, "Why isn't it here?"
Yeah.
Or the video will be at such a horrific quality. And again, this is Oblivion.
Yeah, not exactly crystal clear anyway.
Considering it was made for 720 screens, I mean, the TV when 720 was, high def back in 2007, I believe.
Yeah.
Alright, Twitter alerted, posts made. Let's start up this game. Anyway, you might have also been guys noticed the extra voice around. That'd be Fail Furby. I don't remember your YouTube video thing because you changed it from Fail Furby to something.
Yeah, it's I think it's just the name of the quote unquote production company I set up, which is F2V2 Productions. I think. I don't actually do anything on YouTube anymore, so
Regardless, I'll try to go back and put your thing in eventually to this particular video.
yeah.
Down in the description. Oblivion! Dun, 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 dun. I haven't done anything since last night. I've been actually doing pretty good at keeping like an hour and a half kind of videos every night for a while. Well, there was a few nights where I ended up missing just because I wasn't feeling good. Like last night was a big debate because I had another stomach episode.
Oh, fun.
And then, yeah, so on nights like those, at the very next time I stream, it's usually like a 3-hour makeup time kind of thing.
Yeah.
Let me check my inventory. Do I still have fat? Yeah, I have fat stuff. But I need to turn in this helmet. Yeah. I linked the stream if you care to watch like off on another screen or something there.
What's new with you?
I do not have the resources to play WoW and do that, I'm afraid.
Not even on your phone or anything?
It seems summer's...
My Wi-Fi is strained as it is because I'm playing, and then they're watching something in the other room. I'm pretty sure Connor's still playing.
Well, Ramen is
And
well,
yeah,
that's
it's-
why. That's
Good
why I
work.
decided to go
I'll be
to
sure to put
stream
in a good
through
word
YouTube. YouTube isn't as stressful as Twitch and everything. It actually gives the stress is more on the server side rather than the client side, which is why a lot of people like to watch streams off YouTube. And I like it just because it just instantly turns into an archive video for me.
Good work getting that straightened out. I'm glad someone finally.
Yeah,
came along that was
actually,
able to
that's
make
one of the
progress with
features
it.
that I've also liked about when I looked into that. Is
Good work
it just
getting that
auto
straightened
saves
out.
everything? And yeah,
I'm glad
Twitch
someone-
kind of does too. You can see some stuff on demand,
Take care.
but it's not the same.
Oh, just as I say.
You're cutting out. I don't know if it's you or me though.
No, it's gotta be me, because they're doing construction outside. I just said this too, so it seems to have mellowed out. I'm not sure if you can hear me.
Yeah, I can hear you again.
I'm gonna make sure that the stream... Give it a couple of minutes to make sure that the stream doesn't like do a skip. And if it does, it could just come back over here. Let's see, what do I need to do next for the quest though? Maybe talk to the main guy that I keep talking
Good
to.
work at Vatican. Jorol is quite pleased with the information now coming in about the site. There is another predicament, which I believe you can also help resolve, if you feel ready for it.
What is it, sir? What
Excellent.
am I ready for?
You've become most reliable, and I assure you that the Council appreciates it. Now, to the matter at hand. In order to deal with the apparent growing problem of necromancers in Cyrodiil, the Council needs as much information as possible. The Mystic Archives have been consulted with minimal success. Guild members are investigating other avenues, but I believe more can be learned here.
What do you mean?
What little we know makes no sense in a larger context. For example, why was Falcar, who we know now to be part of this...
So your
cult of
timing on that was
necromancers,
perfect because I
in
just came out of a
possession
cutscene where
black
Nazoth
soul
was telling me
gems?
that I'm going to be the
The Archmage
doom of the
has
world.
other reports of these gems
And then
being
you piped up
associated
as like,
with
what do you mean by that?
necromancers, but we do not know why. We don't even know what they do.
I'm just quoting the
We've
script that they
overlooked
have
these
in my
questions
own
because
unique
we are
flair.
so focused on
Mhm.
rooting out the necromancers as quickly as possible. I'd like you to speak with Tarmina at the Mystic Archives. She is our specialist on Magica Arcana and has been helping gather information. I believe we have been asking her the wrong questions, taxing her too much with vague attempts to make sense of all that we know. Speak with her specifically about these black soul gems, if she knows anything about Their powers are creation. An insight into their origins may lead us to those who are responsible for them.
Okay, find this individual and ask about Black Soul Gems, which...
Report back as soon as you
I
can.
don't remember if Black Soul Gems were in Morrowind. Was this the first game Black Soul Gems made an appearance? Damn.
Ah, you must be the Arcane University's newest edition.
But yeah, I pretty much gave up on this expansion once I found out who, like, the first or so boss is in the new raid.
Well, it's spoiler season for the next WoW expansion, so they've been coming out with a whole bunch of stuff. It actually looks...
I meant for the N'Zoth raid.
Oh. I mean, it's always
I'm not
about
sure
the
if...
gods.
Yes, but I'm not saying who the end boss was. I'm talking about the very first boss that was in there.
Oh, yeah, see, I know nothing about the raid other than that it's N'Zoth, so...
Yeah, well, I'm sure you'd have to go through the LFR kind of thing eventually. I just gave up on the story because I got spoiled by... I can't remember who it was. I think it was one of the Discords I was in, telling me who the first boss was in the raid, and I just gave up because they basically are killing their lore so goddamn badly that it was the entire last raid. This entire last patch just felt like a giant cop-out raid. So they tried to press the edgy buttons, and it turned out to be more like trigger buttons.
Greeting. Look, if you're here for information, I'm afraid you'll have to find it on your own.
I mean...
I'm swamped right now, up to my ears in necromancy. Not practicing it, mind you. Wouldn't want anyone to think I was involved in that sort of thing. I simply meant
I don't know,
researching
the
it.
BFA has been hit or miss, because there were a lot of interesting moments,
Oh,
like
no
the
real
Fourth
reason.
War. A
It's
lot of the
just
stuff
that
going
the
on during
entire
that was kind
Council
of
of
interesting.
Mages has been in here at
It
one
was so
time or another
mishmashy
to
because you had
all
to play
wanting
both sides to
information
get
about
it, though.
Necromancy. of all
That is
things.
just bad game design, in my opinion. You want to get you want this aura of illusion, this aura of mystery kind of thing.
No doubt
What's
the
going to
Council is trying
happen?
to get me
And
to
it always
follow
felt like every
I ran
patch,
Ferrani out
like
of it
was
just a short
they tried to
while
add
ago
more
and
mystery
told
on
them
mystery
to
to
leave
to
me
ask
alone.
questions about mystery to solve a
I keep
mystery.
telling them, I can't produce
It just was
results if
too
I'm not
much.
given any time. I'm not used to working under conditions like
I will
this.
admit, though, that the questing was fine and fabulous and everything. It was
offense,
just that
but I
the
don't see how
overall
you can do
story
that. Unless you'd like to take
was
some of
just
this work off my shoulders,
meh.
I'm beyond helping.
It's like, what happened to that worth it?
But I do appreciate this sentiment.
There it goes again.
If anything specific you need that may be more reasonable than just asking me about necromancers.
I'm gonna give this a minute because I just had like another lag spike.
Okay.
If this happens a third time, I'm just gonna call it, and because there's no... I'm looking at my internet speed right now, and my upload is not where it normally is. I normally have about 27 megabytes upload speed. It's at like 8,
Yikes.
which is just bare minimal for streaming, really. It's going back up, but it's fluctuating between like somewhere between 5 to 15, which is still yikes. And my download, which is normally about 200, is like sitting here at like 57, so I know they're doing something to the lines.
Yeah.
Now that is a bit more specific.
But as I was saying, the questing was fine. I love the questing.
Yes,
Aside
there's
from the
one
Quillbore area,
obscure
that was about
text
the only
references
place that
these
pissed me
gems.
off.
I believe it's still around here someplace, unless Falkar never returned it. The name of the book is Necromancer's Moon. I'm unclear on the origins of the text, but it does involve these gems you're interested in. I'm afraid you'll have to find it yourself. I'm so out of sorts with all these requests, I've lost track of most everything. It's very distressing.
Okay, so in my game, the story of this, what I'm doing right now, there's a bunch of necromancers going around the area and messing with this mage guild problem, this Imperial Legion, well, Imperial City's mage guild. Everybody's wondering what's the hell's up with all these necromancers, and we're doing research for the necromancers. They're using black soul gems, which apparently are completely brand new to the world at this particular point. In the next game, they're all over the frickin' place. But,
Greetings.
right now I need to go find a book about the black soul gems, which was supposedly on lend to a count, which I had to go and research, go and check him out at the very beginning of the game, where they told me to go get a book from him, but the guild lied to me. What they really wanted me to do was use me as bait to lure out a bunch of frickin' necromancers.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Yeah, mage guild. In this world, mages are always like stuck-up assholes. I mean, Sunstrider, basically. They're all Sunstrider. Like, everybody's personality is like that, and it's like, oh my god. Especially the high elves, oh my god. Those guys are... But... yeah, and they also didn't tell me that the guy I was going to go, like, research about was a vampire. I kind of figured that out by looking at him, though. I was like, you're a vampire, aren't you? You have the teeth. You have the look. Then they tell me, like, later on that he's a vampire. I'm like, oh, okay, I could have guessed. But he's a good vampire. He's not one of them bad vampires. He helps people. And he's been ruling his, like, little dominion for, like, 200 years or something. Which isn't so far-fetched for his race. I think he was a Dunmer, which is a dark elf in this game. Elves can live... I think they live on average about 500 years.
Mm-hmm.
Especially if they're known users of arcane magic, because a lot of the arcane users in this entire universe can live for long times. Some of them even ascend. I mean, in the next game we literally have someone who's basically an ascended being from Stargate SG-1 hanging underneath your school. The school is... they call it a college, but it's basically Hogwarts. Oh, you're a new mage in all of Skyrim? Come to our college, we teach you. But you gotta prove you're a mage first by... well, there's multiple ways to get in. You can either, like, prove you're a mage by doing magic. Or you can actually, if you're far enough along, you can actually use your right as Dragonborn to actually just go in. Yes, I have the blood and soul of a dragon, but my body is human. Don't ask me how this happened.
Okay.
Because I'm quite sure that adds some kind of family lineage that comes into question. Actually, you're technically supposed to be the last Dragonborn too, so... I know in this game, Dragonborns are, well, the Empire's ruled by Dragonborns. That's, yeah, to be an Emperor, you have to be Dragonborn. The thing about Dragonborn is, it started when, after the Elven War, the Great Elven War, where mankind won over the elves and started the Empire. Oh god, hello dog. Basically, as they started founding the Empire, they found one of the an ancient jewel that the elves called Chimel Adapon. It's actually a crystallized heart of what would be a Titan in WoW's universe.
Oh, okay.
And there are like there were originally 8 Titan-like beings. Oh god, there's a cat now. Hold on, gotta kill. Mountain lions attack. Okay, the creation story is kind of crazy because it's supposed to be like these divines and everything, which similar to Titans. When this universe was created, it was created at the splitting of 2 divine beings. The blood of one became the Titans, basically. And as they decided to develop, they developed concepts. The very first one, whose name that came to actually give himself an identity, his name is Akatosh. He took on the form of a dragon, and then he created magic and time. This allowed the other gods to start taking form and whatnot. One of them, named Lorcan, decided to go and start a big project, and he created this game's world known as Nirn. However, he tricked others of his kind to help him form the world, and basically had it used all of their divine power and energy to create the world.
Okay.
So there are a bunch that didn't cooperate with this and everything. They are known as the Daedra. In another short sense, they're pretty much like the demons twisting Nether kind of thing too. The ones that helped were known as the Aedra, which in the words of the elves, they just mean ancestors and not ancestors. Where the hell am I going? Anyway, so basically, after Lorcant made the world and whatnot, the other divines came and started stomping on him for taking all the divine power and whatnot. And it was Akatosh who slayed Lorcant, ripped out his heart, and threw it to the world that he created. That's the heart that turned into the crystal. And this is just like super abridged version. There was a bunch more stuff, but the main thing about this heart, though, is that once it turned into a crystal and humans won over elves, and by the way, the elves in this particular world are basically they're the bloodlines of the first beings that lost their divine powers, but they became mortal and they just lived on the planet. So elves like had some divine blood kind of thing going on. And mankind was created much later on. So when the elves lost to mankind, Akatosh himself noticed that they had the heart of Lorcant, and he imbued it with some of his power. Now also the divines also didn't like Akatosh having so much power, because he was basically like the Zeus in his particular status, where he'd be like stronger than all the other gods put together, especially after most of them had their powers taken from them. So Akatosh had to divide himself into 3 pieces. The first one he split off, it was Akatosh is known as the creator, the dragon form. He made himself a human form with half his power, and that was known as Ariel. But they're both known as the same person, even though it gets really complicated because the elves worship Ariel, and everyone else worships Akatosh. And the third piece was basically the end of time, known as Alduin. And in the way how this story goes, this world goes, is at the end of what they known as a Kelper cycle, which is basically when the world has gone so astray that Akatosh just pretty much Thanos snaps the world. Once the Thanos snaps the world back to the beginning of creation. Well, that'd be Alduin's job. That is Alduin. He terraforms the planet, which is why he's also known as the World Eater.
Okay.
Yeah, there's some Norse mixed in here. And the game Skyrim's basically all about Alduin coming back, because Alduin gets corrupted by the Daedra's thoughts that he should be the ruler of all creation, yada yada yada. Even though he's technically the extent of Akatosh's power, but he has his own will.
Yeah, that never works out good for the other people in that world, though.
Yeah, and he's known as like a black. Basically, he's very similar to Deathwing. Well, anyway, back to the Akatosh gave the power to that stone, and then he basically physically altered the first emperor. Well, it was empress. He modified her body basically to the point where she has her soul is one of a dragon, her blood is one of a dragon. She's just not a dragon herself, and and he also marked the world with divine protection, so long as the dragonborn ruler has the Chimel Adapon, which was cut into a necklace and called the Amulet of Kings. It's pretty much like a Philosopher's Stone. So long as the Dragonborn Emperor has it, the dragon flames along the world protect them from any kind of Daedric invasion or invasion in general from outside sources. Basically, Akatosh puts like a giant bubble on the planet. And this game is, well, there's a group of Daedra worshippers known as the Mythic Dawn, and they want the Daedra they worship, known as a Daedric prince, known as Maroon's Dagon. They want him to come and take over all of Nirn. And so they're first. You start off in the game you're in a prison for some unknown reason. And by the way, the Emperor is voiced by Patrick Stewart. We have frickin' Picard as Emperor.
Wow.
But he gets like yeeted like 5 minutes into your story. And that's how it starts, because the Mythic Dawn are like killing off all the Dragonborn. And you're on a giant quest, because now that the Dragonborn ruler has lost the amulet, he gave you the amulet, but the amulet's not. There's no emperor at the moment, which the Dragonfires are dim. They're not. Well, they're technically extinguished, but they're never really extinguished. It's just the physical embodiment of them are extinguished. So you have to find the next one of his, like, bastard child, get him the amulet, take care of the Mystic Dawn, basically reunite the Dragonfire, stop the invasion of demons into the world, yada yada yada, save the world.
So the Burning Crusade.
Yeah, pretty much. But this came out, like, the same year as Burning Crusade, pretty much at the same exact time.
That's awesome.
So, think of it as like, wow. These two guys had the same goddamn idea.
I mean, that is the joke of popular culture, is everything's already been done, so now it's just being redone to death.
Ah, you must be the Arcane Universe.
Yeah, there's a lot of other things I've totally skipped, like the towers of the planet that also help support it, but that they help support it in a cosmological scale, not just because the Daedra are not exactly evil; they're just bored. And the idea of this version of the twisty nether is kind of like the cosmology of WoW, where there's they call it Oblivion. Oblivion is the space beyond Nirn and out there in the cosmos, and every Daedric prince are literally in control of their own realm. Like Sheogorath, for example, the Daedric prince of madness and chaos.
Mm-hmm.
He's basically, and I've already done that quest in this playthrough, but at the end of an era, which is generally marked by some grand event, the Oblivion Gates opening and counting as the main event, the Sheogorath himself is split. And basically, his realm gets destroyed, and he wants to prevent it from being destroyed. The reason why it gets destroyed is because he's actually some other Grand Daedra known as Jiggalag, who was so diabolically powerful that all the other Daedric princes in the universe had to, basically curse him into being Sheogorath, the Mad God, in order to prevent him from conquering everything. And basically, at the end of an era, he gets released from the curse, and Sheogorath turns back into Jiggalag, who destroys everything. But you prevent him from actually taking over. You actually end up splitting Sheogorath and Jiggalag into two separate entities. But the plot twist is, to do that, you become Sheogorath. You get to be the Mad God.
Lol.
It's a very interesting plot twist, and the guy's freaking hilarious. Sheogorath is insane, but the fun kind of insane. I mean, one of his major his Daedric plane is known as the Shivering Isles, but his favorite place to be on the Shivering Isles, his castle or whatever. Well, no, he has a castle, but the main place he hangs out, he dubbed to be called Cheesemonger's Garato. He's obsessed with cheese.
Hi there. Yes, I'm Baderi. Bye.
Sounds about right.
Oh, so the book I needed all along wasn't out and about in the entire world, which I spent the last 20 minutes while talking to you, looking for. No, it was inside the library all along. Who would have thought that the book I need to be inside the library?
Hello, Evoker. Has Tarmina been of use in gathering information about the necromancers?
Why, yes. Yes, they have. Necromancer's
Excellent.
Moon. Here, take the book.
I believe this will be of use to the Council. I shall make sure they're made aware of its contents. I've never heard of this Shade of the Revenant. Some sort of celestial phenomenon? If that's correct, then Bothiel would most likely know something about it, as the caretaker of the orrery. She should be on university grounds. Take care.
Okay, someone else on university grounds. Also, if it makes any other kind of funny thing, Skyrim's pretty much the Cataclysm. The plot of Skyrim is basically Alduin the World Eater. At the beginning, I think it was before the first era even was documented. I think it's called the Merithic era. He was when he went insane, tried to take over the world, have everybody worship him. Started what's known as dragon cults. Basically, dragons started ruling the earth. They started enslaving everybody, but they didn't want to rule over the slaves or their day-to-day things, so they'd choose like one person to become their like representative, their avatar, imbue them with their power, kind of like Aragon, Dragon Rider kind of power kind of thing. And that person would be known as their priest. And the priest rule in the dragon's name. Well, it turns out mankind doesn't like to be, enslaved. So, in their hatred and whatnot, on top of all this, was only possible due to another white dragon who is pretty much the brother of Alduin. Like, an actually more physical sense. I think he was actually hatched and whatnot, rather than just being created by Akatosh. His name is Parthenax, and he went in under the well, he was asked to by one of the other Titan-like divines known as Kine. And she told him to do it, and he went and taught the human race the power of dragons, mostly known as the Thu'um. Basically using celestial magic that dragons are all attuned to, being children of Akatosh. Oh yeah, and that's where dragons came from in this universe. Akatosh made all the dragons.
Good night.
Bye.
At least the first elder dragons.
Greetings to you.
Both of you.
Who am I looking for?
Okay.
So, dragons are dominating the world and whatnot. The human race decides to retaliate. Parthenax decides to, teach the humans the way of the voice, or the Thu'um, depending upon who you ask. And they use it to create the ultimate shout to destroy dragons known as dragon rends, which literally, since dragons are immortal, they can be killed by a blade, but they can't be killed by any other way.
Hello there.
So what they do is they project their mortality onto a dragon through using cosmic magic for a short period of time. And with this, they weakened Alduin, but they couldn't kill him because they weren't dragonborn. Alduin could only be killed by one of his own. Or Akatosh, which I don't know what the hell Akatosh was doing. I guess Akatosh was taking a nap at this point in time.
Revenant, you say? And
But, so, what they decided to do instead was use an Elder Scroll, trademark.
Yes, now I remember.
Because that's the name of the entire fucking series. But they took an Elder Scroll, which is a literal, writing of the universe. Think of the Matrix Code. This is like the Matrix Code. They used it to open up a portal in time and banish Alduin through it.
Falcar did leave this behind.
Save them at the current present time, but the entire plot of Skyrim is, Alduin literally comes busting back through the time hole and starts wreaking havoc all over the world. Right in the middle of a civil war between the Nords of Skyrim and the Empire, which is another story in and of itself. And you need to save the world because you find out that you're the last dragonborn and the only thing that can possibly stand up to Alduin. Which was also what that entire Elder Scroll that they used to banish Alduin into the future for was all about to begin with.
I've heard things, to be sure, but I don't really know anything about them. Is it true that some of our guildmates were killed? Oh, how horrible. Goodbye.
Well met.
And yeah, that Civil War thing, might as well explain some of that. Every one of these games takes place like almost like 1,000 years apart from each other.
Perhaps we should look into it for more clues.
But in the days of Skyrim, there was a war again between elves and humans, or the Empire in general, and the elves won.
South of Cheydinhal. If there is indeed an altar there, as the note suggests,
and one of the biggest things that they wanted in their victory was to banish one of the divines that wasn't one of the original 8 divines. He actually was a human that ascended to like Titan powers. And his name is Talos. Since he wasn't an original divine, they wanted to ban him as to be a god to be worshipped.
Powerful forces.
And guess who the Nords worship?
Do not put yourself in harm's way if it can be avoided.
Who?
Talos. They worship Talos, and that the entire war between Skyrim and the Empire was that the fact that the Empire just started giving up for the time being and sucking it up to the elves, and the people of Skyrim, which are supposed to be they're pretty much dwarves in a way. They're stuck up, live in snow, pretty strong, and don't get along with elves so well. So now the elves are trying to tell them they can't worship the god that they worship. And the Empire kind of just is yielding to them because they lost and whatnot. So, yeah, Skyrim's rebelling against the Empire. The Empire's trying to put them down before the elves come in and do it, because all kinds of stupidity things are going on there. Like some provinces of the world got like just completely surrendered to the elves and given and do when they lost the war, as one would actually assume what would happen. So the big debate about the Civil War in Skyrim is that the Nords want to rule themselves as their own kingdom and are fighting back against the Empire, which has been so weak that they can't really even rule them, let alone themselves, because everybody's basically sucking it up to the elves at the moment. And then you come in, big badass dragonborn, and you actually get a say in the matter, and you can choose whose side's right and whose side's wrong.
You have.
Why the hell did it want me to go all the way through the city? Where the hell am I going? Why did it have me go through the city the exact opposite way from... Oh boy. Following map markers are silly sometimes. Yeah, this episode's pretty much some Mage Guild stuff and an abridged explanation of the Elder Scrolls. See, when I first got into this series, it was like before I even got into WoW, and it was in a game called Morrowind. I completely skipped the fact that it was an Elder Scrolls game and thought it was cool because it was like fantasy and all kinds of crazy stuff, and I never beat the game, but you just technically never beating a Elder Scrolls game, because there's a point where you finish the main quests and whatnot, but it goes on because it has a bunch of Radiant quests and everything that you can just infinitely do. But I never completed the main story because I was in like freaking high school, and I just didn't. I got too distracted with all the other things, and then I completely forgot about it once that particular computer burnt to death.
Yeah.
And it was on the computer that my dad got from a friend that he just gave me in high school so I can do homework and stuff on, and it was just preloaded in the thing, so I just played it. And then I burnt the computer to death because I Stayed up for like an entire weekend watching stuff off like YouTubes and stuff, animes and stuff, and then it just burnt to death like spark, spark. Uh-oh. Eventually we got another computer, obviously, but that particular computer was dead, and I never got to play the game again. And I didn't even realize Oblivion, when it came out, was a sequel to the game series at all, nor even with Skyrim. Everybody was playing Skyrim at first, 2011. I was too busy doing something in World of Warcraft. I think it was Mist of Pandaria came out around that time.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't get into Skyrim until Ireland. Mostly because I had a laptop and nothing to do. This is before Pokemon X and Y came out, so it's like, what's this? Skyrim. And then I realized, I'm like, hey, this is like that game I used to play in high school. Even has the same races. Huh, who would have thought? Wait a minute. Also, Skyrim was pretty new when I started doing stuff over there in Ireland with it. It was only like a year-ish old.
Yeah.
Not even. I think it was like 7 months-ish or something, but... Which is why that first channel I did took off quite a bit, because people didn't know how to mod Skyrim. I'm just killing crabs left and right now. I can start my own Red Lobster. But yeah, I played Skyrim, and then people told me it's the sequel to Oblivion. I'm like, Oblivion? That game Rat Funk wanted so badly that he literally walked out on his mom driving off in the middle of the night 2 frickin' cities over so he can go to an all-night game store and buy it. This was actually, that was actually around the time when I was pretty much living with him at that particular, because his parents just kind of took off. Not sure if you remember that section of time.
Not really.
I was actually going to college at that time. It was right before Emily.
Yeah, a lot of that's kind of a old memory blur kind of thing.
The entire era. Actually, wait. I think that's barely when we actually met, so maybe it was just before. Because I don't think we actually started hanging out a lot more until after the whole diabetes thing. And this was pre-diabetes. Because I came back from out of the hospital and you were just like in the guild.
Oh, okay.
So this might have been just a little right before we met. No, wait, because... Yeah, actually, no, because Skyrim came out for... Okay, yeah. This had to be like 2008, 2007. Because Oblivion was a new game and he really wanted it. And I think it was like early 2007 or late 2006 this game came out.
I'm trying to remember what year I started. I have no clue.
I want to say 2009.
You know what? Give me a minute to finish the scenario and I'll hop on my druid. I'll figure out when she hit level... I think it was level
10?
40 or level 50. Well, no, because...
I know. That's right, you didn't...
That I didn't have any guild. I didn't meet you guys till... I don't think I met you guys till after I was in Lich King content. Because that was when we were just running dungeons like crazy.
I do remember you weren't max level. I remember having to help you with dungeons the last, like, 4 levels you had to go or something. We just, like, groups together and just did a bunch of... Oh, that's a pretty box. Or is this... This is an altar. Oh boy, what are all the necromancers doing in here? And why... Oh, I've been jumping too much. I can literally jump so high in this game now that I take fall damage. So,
yeah.
Need to wait, but there's enemies nearby. No! Don't make me have to heal myself, damn it. That'll take 2 hours. Yeah. Geez, actually, thinking about it, that entire span of time, like between 2008 to around 2011, is still kind of meh to me. I know a lot of events happened during that time, I just can't remember the exact date.
Yeah, like I said, because I remember in the beginning I was pretty like super casual. That's also when I had that full-time job at the factory still, so I didn't really have a whole lot of time to
God,
get
it's been
online,
that long?
on the weekend. Yeah, it's been that long.
Jeez. Hello, random
yeah,
necromancer. Can I introduce you to Clanfer?
You will not stop us.
I guess I can introduce him to Clanfer and stab him with sword. You never expect the mage to pull out a giant frickin' claymore and, you know, stab your ass. Not typically things mages do. Or, you know, summon a fucking velociraptor with a frickin' triceratops head to, like, headbutt you to death.
Yeah, a lot of character.
I'm basically a melee warlock, if I wanted to put a class down from WoW.
Yeah, okay.
Or actually, I guess since it's like a velociraptor pet, I guess hunter wouldn't be too far fetched. A current day survival hunter. But I use black magic to summon it, so I don't know how we want to call this. It's literally one of those Daedra, one of the demons from another world, from a bestial plane. And I'm using it to kill necromancers, which supposedly necromancy and demon summons are in like the same class of frickin' the same school class in this universe, which I pointed out in my last episode how much I thought that was kind of stupid and that necromancy should be its own frickin' class. Just because I want to summon, you know, dinosaurs from another frickin' world doesn't mean I'm also a frickin' necromancer that wants to resurrect dead bodies and do fun things with them.
Lol.
Even in their MMO recently, they came out with necromancers as a completely different class, which actually has some interesting things to it. I mean, imagine playing Warlock in WoW, but anytime you cast a Warlock spell in a city, all the guards instantly aggro and attack you. Because the entire world's against black magic.
So you die.
You can technically fight back against them and earn a bounty. Once the bounty gets to a certain point, you know, it goes down after time, but it takes a while depending upon how much you kill.
Right.
But yeah, it is kind of... It gives an interesting twist to that. I mean, it also didn't make sense to me when I first started playing WoW. I was like, why do we have warlocks if everybody hates warlocks to the point that they want to kill demons on sight? Why are they just like, you know, just casually summoning demons in the middle of frickin' Stormwind?
Yeah. I'll be right back.
Let's find some soul trap. This thing even has a soul. I'll take it. My skill is too low for soul trapping. Okay, what school is it from? Oh, it's from... Oh my god, I have to be a healer? Is that what mysticism is? Oh, that's stupid. Also, why was this one skeleton caught in this cage? I think I'm obviously missing something somewhere at some place. Okay, that's the door I needed to go in. Alright. I've already done the thing, killed the people. Alright, am I gonna be a vampire? Did I try to get the vampire curse? No, I didn't get the vampire curse. Alright, back to town. Quickly leave some stuff on the floor out here. Actually, if I drop rings, I'll never see them again. I should probably not drop the rings. Can I find the ring? I found the others. That and the amulet. They don't weigh that much. I can hold on to them. Guess I'll take the arrow. Don't need that clogging up the world. Oh no! No! The game crashed! The first crash, guys! Probably because I just have a bunch of stuff laying on the ground and haven't sold it yet. Do. What? That file's corrupted. What? Am I at least done with the quest? Am I supposed to head back to town? Okay, well, at least it wasn't that bad, right? This is what you get for, using the floor as your storage space. I think I know what happened. It's because I dropped that one item that has, like, corrupted look. These, I dropped those. Okay, don't drop them. Wait, what the... Robes of the Apprentice, keep. Heals up.
Ah, you must be the Arcane University's newest addition.
Not only newish, but probably even outranking you, sir.
Hello, Evoker. Have you been to the Dark Fissure yet? We need to know all we can about the Necromancers. So you saw them. The altars must be infused with some kind of power to change over the soul gems. I shall pass the news on to the Council. Most troubling indeed to know that these are not merely myths. I also fear their numbers may be greater than we believed. You have again performed admirably. You have my thanks, and that of the Council as well. You become more valuable to the Guild with each passing day. The Guild wishes to reward that, and so you are raised to the rank of Conjurer. Accept these robes and wear them with pride.
Yes, I conjure.
Seek out Archmage Traven. He has personally requested that you see him for your next assignment. You too.
I don't like how that's still a red door.
Greetings. It is high time that we met face to face, don't you think? Raminus has told me good things about you. You have advanced quickly and show great promise. I now intend to put your talents to a more direct test. I have a difficult task that you can, perhaps, assist with.
And what is this task, good sir?
Are you prepared to begin?
Well, yeah.
The Council of Mages has been aware of the increased necromancer activity in Cyrodiil for some time. It had been our position to sit back and watch what unfolded, but that time has clearly passed. We cannot tolerate these attacks on the Guild. Most of our information on the necromancers has come from an informant inside the cult itself, a Guild member who offered to infiltrate their ranks. Yes, and we have for quite some time. Though the information he has provided is limited, it has given us a sense of their scope and power. The Council was initially reluctant to believe the information was reliable, but with recent events they have little choice but to trust it. I fear that our informant is in danger, and that is why I have called you here.
Hello there, Jasmine. How's it going? Hold on a second.
Lucianus Elias. He is not a council member, but has long served the Guild here at the Arcane University. Aware of the growing interest in the Guild after the ban on necromancy was put into place, he offered to help the Council track the cult's actions. With my blessing, he infiltrated the group, and has fed us information for quite some time, until recently. I have not heard from him, and I fear for his safety.
Anyway, welcome to the madness, and stream person that talks with me at the moment is AFK. But yeah, this is Oblivion, doing some Mage Guild stuffs. I've been telling my friend all about the lore of the Elder Scroll universe, because he's sitting here playing WoW.
The lack of reports from Mucianus has disturbed the Council, and they are now concerned about the legitimacy of his information. A group of battle mages were dispatched to Mucianus's last known location with the intent of bringing him in for questioning. I argued against it, but eventually agreed to maintain order in the council. I regret that decision, and that is why I wish to send you there.
What am I supposed to do, old man?
I fear the battle mages may mistreat Mucianus if they do not mistake him for one of the many necromancers no doubt present in the ruins. I wish for you to find Mucianus and ensure his safe return to the Arcane University. I do not want anything to go wrong.
So I gotta sneak in, find
The
him.
battle mages will arrive there soon, if they have not already, and time is of the essence. If for any reason they are unsuccessful, Mucianus's life will be in forfeit. You must make sure he is safe. Go now.
I'm back.
And bring word to me as soon as he has been escorted
Welcome
to
back.
safety.
Apparently this mage is so...
Mucianus last
This mage guild's so silly.
ruins of Nenyon Twill,
We know there's necromancers. We sent in some guy to infiltrate the necromancers and be a spy.
south of the White Rose River.
But,
near
you know, the
halfway to
Empire is now
border
gonna
of
send in a bunch of frickin'
I'm
battle
afraid I know
mages to
nothing more
nuke
about the
this
location,
frickin'
or
mage
what you may
den.
expect to find
Dark
once
mage
you
den.
arrive.
And I need to go and save the guild's, like, spy,
Know that I would not
because
ask such a
otherwise
thing
they
of you
won't know
if
he's
I
the
did not
spy.
feel it was urgent, or that it was beyond your capabilities. I shall await your return.
So basically, I gotta go ninja myself in, find the guy, and get him out before the battle mages go in and just kill everyone.
You smell of death. And conjuring up dead things?
Hi there. Good news from Kvatch.
Also, we got somebody watching.
Oh, okay.
Look at my stuff. Ain't it amazing? The storage space, you know, the floor makes the best storage space. Got a super awesome bow, just lay it on the ground, come back and sell it later. You don't know how many times I've stored things in like a random barrel around here thinking it's safe, only to watch all of my like fancy quest items get turned into ham.
Seems legit.
I'm gonna quick save this because an acrobat skill saved me. Hey, it only took out, you know, 45% of my health on that jump. Pig! We do this the old-fashioned way, pig. I need to get my unarmed skill up. Perhaps I shouldn't have done it like half health, but punch the pig.
Usually ill-advised.
Okay, so I'm gonna Clan Fear to get some more. And Clan Fear one-shots the pig. Because there's, you know, Clan Fear is like... Clan Fear is the real protagonist of this game. I'm just the guy that summons him. By the way, a Clan... Just gotta keep fist bumping the air to get my health back now. Oh, I found some bandits. Can I hit a bandit, please? I turned the corner and like 2 arrows like pelt me. And now I don't have magic for Clan Fear. Oh, there's another bandit over here. Okay. I'm getting my sword. How dare you drink a potion in the middle of combat? It's like you wanted to live when you're nothing more than my little experience/loot bag. Too bad for you now I got my Clan Fear back. I'm gonna go back over in this corner and suck my thumb while it eats you. Apparently this guy has fought mud crabs with more fearsome than a clan. I would like to meet this mud crab. Don't just walk out of my slash. No, my power attacks. So easily just countered by listing lazily to the left. Yeah, you can
Well,
keep your pants. But yet she has no pants.
That's what skill shots are for.
But power attack is the skill shot.
Well, anticipate then.
At least it's not like Skyrim where you literally shoot an arrow and the arrow has its own physics to the point where it bugs out sometimes and the hitbox of the arrow will push your enemy out of the way of the arrow as it flies by. So yeah, you're shooting a mob and then it gets slingshotted like 12 feet to the left or the right just to make way for the passing arrow. Just like, god damn it.
Seems legit.
I'm laid out here in the middle of nowhere to get my health back rather than healing myself. But yeah, and then people want to complain about Bethesda games not doing good when they try to make an MMO. When they have like arrows that are supposed to, you know, poke enemies and instead they just push them out of the way. Deer! Okay, come here, deer. I'm faster than you, I'm higher in the food chain. So, gonna start punching you. Where's that other deer? I know there was one more. There you are. I'm gonna get you, dear. I'm gonna get you. Haha! You've fallen for the trap of getting caught on a rock. Many a brave adventurer's life was ended because they, like, stubbed their toe on a rock right when, you know, a minotaur is, like, charging at them. Actually, I've taken quite a few beatings here. Maybe I need to repair my gear. Oh boy, lots of repair. And I'm running around in the Dark Brotherhood pajamas because they make me fast and they give me some kind of sneak bonus. And I totally like being so friggin' fast that I could just walk backwards constantly shooting arrows and melee. Oh god, here comes a troll. See, look, he can't touch me. He can't even catch me. Until, you know, I run into a rock. Oh, look, an ogre decides to come out. Trolls and ogres. Okay, Clanfer. Time to get serious. Alright. Use Duskfang now. Shrek! This is like a gray Shrek. Actually, these ogres are pretty similar to WoW ogres. Hey, he has jumbo potatoes! Troll fat still kind of sellable. Jumbo potatoes mean nothing. Just the first time I've ever seen jumbo potatoes. Oh god, it's a bear. I should show more respect for this bear, considering it's a brown bear. But I'm just gonna punch it! Yeah! Oh no! Oh no, he killed my Clanfer! He's coming for me! It's a shame he can't catch me. Who needs armor when you can run 3 times faster than the average mob? At least outside in the open world, and inside dungeons it's kind of hard to do when you have limited space. Wait, is that... Yeah, I'm supposed to go to that. Hello, Puppo. Bad Puppo. Now I'm going to take your skin because you've been bad. Wait, I've been here before? No, I must have just passed it and then learned it. Without noticing, you know, when I was running from the bear. Time to go all sneaky-like.
You! What are you doing here?
Who are you?
Fifth Raga, battle mage, sent by the council to find this traitor. He must have told them we were coming. We've got to get our hands on him before he tells them anything else.
He's not the traitor.
Who the blazes are you, anyway?
I was sent
Has
here.
the council gone mad, sending you here alone?
Yes.
There's no time. The others, they were waiting for us. They knew we were coming. I'm the only one left. The necromancers retreated further in, but we've got to follow them. There's no time to waste. Follow me.
Hey, you want to hear something rich? That big badass squad of battle mages that we're gonna go kill all the... Oh. Okay, so for one, that big bad squad of battle mages going to go kill the necromancers, well, they got ambushed. And the funny part is, the guy who just panicked out so hard in front of me was like, here, follow me. You're my reinforcements. Let's go and get these necromancers. Rah! He goes running in, and then he instantly gets killed by a trap. Are you muted? I guess Phil Furby's not here. Oh well. The body, take everything. Oh no, don't get over encumbered now on the middle of the trap. Oh, I am fat. I only did everything just in case, but this steel stuff isn't really worth that much. Now he's just endlessly going to be stabbed over and over again because his weight is triggering the... Oh, hello. Clanfer, I choose you! Quick, use bite attack! That's not gonna work. Actually, this doesn't have any charges, so this actually lets me do a test. Ah! I didn't realize there was another person here. You did. Pick up your hammer, even if it over encumbers me, I can pick it up later. There is a hefty weight. Some ebony bows. I'll come get you guys later. It's probably dark on the stream, so I'm gonna make it all blue and shiny so everybody can see. Two-handed, too heavy. Ba blue, ba bo dee bo da. You are just necromancer. What if you got, you know, spanked by a soul? Oh! I didn't actually expect that to one-shot her. Don't run! Don't whine! Accept your fate! Quick, kill before zombie. How'd you get more health? Yes, extinguish 3 lives. Oh, never mind. Those lives didn't matter. Elven mace. In fact, let's do the sacred ritual of empowering Dawnfang and Duskfang by summoning all the skeletons that I'll need and use them as sacrifices. Its hunger should be quenched, yes. Now, there's enemies still nearby, so I can't do anything else. I can heal. I mean, that's always an option. Hello, random thing that happens. That was 6 times? Oh, it's a champion, that's why. Clanfer, I choose you. And I got my taser sick. I's a shock of you. Haha. Thunder shock, awesome. Does damage. Wait an hour instead. Okay. Are you the mage person?
Oh, you poor dear. I'm afraid you're late to the party. The guest of honor has already left. And I do hate to disappoint you, but Mucianus is in no condition to be leaving. He's a worm thrall now, and shall be quite content here. A grim fate indeed. But one does not cross the Order of the Black Worm without suffering greatly for it. I shall tell the Master that you were here looking for him. Perhaps I'll bring him your head as an offering.
Well, she's. He's already dead. Meet my Clanfer. I'm a cur. You're in the corner, and I have a big sword. You didn't expect the giant sword, now did you? I take your shoes. No, your gold. Well, at least I can bring his zombie corpse back, right? Right? You don't know where I hate. Oh god, maybe you did. Dude, you have no idea how many skeletons I've killed with this sword. Granted, they weren't champions. Fireballs! Ah, block! Block, damn you! It looks like I'm blocked in one with a block. So, Fail, you there, or... I guess you AFK'd at some point. Time to play a good old game of Whack-A-Fish. Whack-A-Fish! Ginger my way around. Is this the guy? Oh, hello, who are you? Necromancer, be gone! You poor bastard. You don't see me? Nope. Never was here. Nope. Nope. Totally not a thing. In the corner, like a fish. Bird. Oh my god, he could have hit me pretty hard, too. Nerfed my carry weight, why don't you? I don't even want this staff. It sells for a lot, yeah, but... that wasn't worth it. Am I supposed to go through there? Whoa, that way. There was a door? Oh, wow. Oh no, the zombie! Nothing I can do for him. I said nothing I can do for him. Get him in the corner, Clanfer. Oh god, I got hit. Generally just getting touched by a freaking zombie equals disease. Whack a fish! He had 1 gold, 1. Is there like a Skyrim door? There is. That was the original door I was heading towards. Okay. Oh snaps, I got revealed, but you know, how's it gonna do to sneaky? Sneaky, sneaky. Oh, I'm back in this room. Jimmy Crickon, I don't care. Wait, is this the way out? This is the way out. Do 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 do. Looking at the time, we reach the end of the episode tonight. And I break my knee jumping off rocks. Oh god, a bear! Anyway, that's gonna be it for tonight, guys. Stop it, bear! If you enjoyed the video, you know, maybe leave a like, maybe leave a comment. If you didn't, I don't know, I'm not so bad. Can't tell you what to do. Link down below in the description for all of the videos in this series. And I hope you all have a wonderful day as I fight off this bear. Anyway, I'm about to die, so I'm gonna run like a little pansy. See you next time, guys. Bye-bye.